So here our topic is about a simply supported beam carrying a symmetrical triangular load whose intensity varies 0 at each end and W per unit ton at the midspan. So first of all, in the simply supported beam, we will discuss about the shear force and the maximum bending moment. Then in the next part, a fixed beam carrying a symmetrical triangular load, we will discuss about the fixed moments. So first of all, see here, I am considering a section, but here the part ACD and CBD will be in the symmetric manner. So at any side, you will consider a section in AC part or in CB part. So here I am considering a section, that is XX at a distance X from one end, that is at end A. Then what happens? What is the load intensity at this X position? So it will be varies from 0 to some W at point D. So for the span length of L by 2, the load intensity will be W. So for the span length of L by 2, the load intensity will be W. What about the span length of X? I am taking question mark. So here I am cross multiplying these two values here. L by 2 into question mark, that one will be equal to W into X. I want question mark outside. So 2 by L into W into X. So what is our load intensity at this X section? 2Wx by L. Then what is the total load on the beam? Total load on the beam, that will be equal to, so total area of the triangle, so half, base is L, height is W. So total load will be WL by 2. But I want reactions at A and B. So whenever you see here a simply supported beam carrying a load, that is some WL by 2, it will be distributed equally to its supports. For example, the symmetrical load will be, entire load will be some WL by 2 on a simply supported beam. So you will get the load will be distributed equally to its supports. So what about this RA? It will be distributed half of the load to its support. So I am taking half WL by 2. So you will get WL by 4. Like that, two sides it will be distributed equally. WL by 4, WL by 4. Then here I am taking shear force at that section XX. So I am considering here shear force at section XX. So what is the shear force at section X? So RA into, first of all, upward load RA minus downward load. So I am taking forces. RA means WL by 4. Downward load means entire this triangle up to X section. Half, base is that X, height is 2Wx by L. So simplify this one, you will get WL by 4 minus 2 cancel here, Wx square by L. So this is your shear force equation. So this is a second degree equation representing parabola. So whatever the shear force diagram, it will be in the form of the parabola. So then see here, first of all I am taking shear force at the A position. Shear force at A. So if I want to take shear force at A, so it will be starting from here, means 0 to some X. At X section it will be X. At C section it will be distance of L by 2. Like that it will be going. So for example, shear force at A means what happens? Wherever X you will get 0. So therefore I am taking X value equal to 0 here. So then what happens? You will get WL by 4 directly. So shear force at A will be equal to WL by 4. So then I am calculating shear force at B and at X, at C and B. So see here, shear force at B. So I am substituting in this equation. WL by 4 minus WX square by L means at C it will be at a distance of L by 2. So first of all take down W by L, and in that X substituting L square by 4. L by 2 means L square by 4 you will get. So cancel these two terms. WL by 4 minus WL by 4 you will get 0. Shear force at B position will be 0 here. Then I am going to the shear force at, this is shear force at C position. Why? Because shear force at C will be equal to some L by 2 distance. So then I am going to the shear force at B position. So what happened? Shear force at B will be equal to upward load minus total span, total downward load. WL by 4 minus half W into L. So what you will get? If you simplify this one, WL by 4 minus 2WL. So that one will be equal to minus WL by 4. So therefore shear force at B will be minus WL by 4. So then here I am drawing the shear force diagram. So shear force at A will be equal to WL by 4. And up to C section it will be 0, but this general equation is in the form of the parabola, representing parabola. Therefore I am drawing the parabolic shape. And the shear force at B will be minus WL by 4. So upward positive, downward negative, minus WL by 4. So again here RB will be WL by 4. Then consider the bending moment diagram. See the bending moment here. So bending moment at section XX. So if you want a bending moment, so resolve up to X section, force into distance. So bending moment at X will be equal to RA into X, WL by 4 into X minus, so this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise, half base is X, height is 2WX by L. So it will be acting at a distance of X by 3 from the base. It will be acting at a distance of X by 3 from the base. So then simplify this one. WL by 4 into X minus WX cube by 3L. So this is your bending moment at X position. So if I want bending moment at A, so wherever X, I am coming from starting. So take X value equal to 0. Then if you substitute X value equal to 0, you will get entire terms 0. Or else at A and B on a simply supported beam, moment will be equal to 0. Therefore take moment at A and B will be equal to 0 here. Then moment at X section will be this value. So moment at X section will be this value. Then I want moment at C position. Again here I want to know where is maximum bending moment occurs here. So for that one, what happens? I am taking this one. I am differentiate this moment with respect to X because based on that we will know where is the maximum bending moment position. So then what happens? WL by 4 minus W by 3L into 3x square. So where differentiation of x power n equal to n into x to the power of n minus 1. So cancel these two terms. So again, so bending moment value to be maximum. So this one will be 0. WL by 4 minus WX square by L. So see here, I want x value this side. So take down x value outside. Wx square by L equal to WL by 4. So x square equal to WL by 4 into L by W. So cancel these two values, you will get L square by 4. So remove these square terms, you will get x equal to L by 2. So our bending moment maximum at a position of x by 2 distance, L by 2 distance. So if I am substituting L by 2 means you will get exactly bending moment C value also. So I am taking bending moment C here. So bending moment at C position. So it is at a distance of L by 2. There only maximum bending moment value also there. So WL by 4 into x value equal to L by 2 minus W by 3L into x cube means L by 2 into L by 2 into L by 2. So L cube by 2 2 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8. So see here WL square by 8 minus cancel these two terms WL square by 24. So for better simplification I am taking this 24 common. So 3 times of WL square minus WL square. So you will get here 2WL square by 24. So if you cancel these two values you will get WL square by 12. So this is your bending moment at C position. So this is only the maximum bending moment value. So then draw the bending moment diagram here. So this is your BMD. So at C it will be at a distance of some WL square by 12. So at A and B it will be 0. I am drawing this one. So this is your bending moment diagram.